Root 6 major chord starts with our first finger barred all the way across all 6 strings. Now we can play these on any fret. Let's do it at the 3rd fret. So start with your first finger on the 3rd fret. Your second finger is going to go on the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and your third finger up on the 5th string on the 5th fret, and then your pinky there's going to drop right down on the 4th string on the 5th fret. So you're going to have this shape. As we play all 6 strings, you're going to get that sound. Now, sometimes with a bar chord, it's easier to start with the other fingers besides the bar first. So in this case, we could put 3rd and 4th fingers out here, put your second finger there, and once that's comfortable, then don't let your hand creep up here. Drop your hand down, straighten your first finger out, and just lay it down across there. One thing to be aware of with a bar chord is, while we only really need to be right here and cover this, if it's easier for you to have your first finger sticking out over the neck, that's fine. Whatever it takes to make sure you get all the notes that you're supposed to bar, which in this case, it's your 6th string, 2nd and 1st. As long as you get all those ringing out, you can sometimes move that first finger back and forth until that feels the most comfortable. And when we play it all, we get that. So this is a root 6 chord, meaning that note is G, so that's a G major chord, right? If I move it up here, it's A major. If I move it up here, it's B major. So wherever that note, whatever that note is, that's going to tell us what the name of the chord is. But it's basically your root 6 major bar chord shape. The root 6 minor movable chord. First finger goes all the way across all 6 strings on the 3rd fret. Third finger goes out here on the 5th string, and your pinky is going to go there on the 4th string. We don't use our second finger. Strum all strings, and that would be a G minor because root note is there, and that's G. If I move it up here, it would be A minor. You'll notice that it's a lot like our major chord. All I do to change that to major is drop that drop that second finger back down onto my 3rd string, and that's major. Take it off, and that's minor. So it's a very easy switch to go between the root 6 major and the root 6 minor chord. Our root 6 dominant 7 chord, start with our first finger across all 6 strings. Second finger goes down on the 3rd string, and my 3rd finger is going to go out here on the 5th string. I play all 6 strings, and that gives me a dominant 7th chord. So if we see my root 6 is there, so that means it's G, so that would be G dominant 7. And when you see this written out, sometimes it's G dominant 7. Most often it's just G7. So a G major will be G major, G minor is G minor, but the dominant 7 will just say G7. So that's our G dominant 7th chord that once again can be moved all over the neck to all the other different, if I play it here, it's B flat dominant 7. Why? Because that note is a B flat note. I play that dominant 7 shape and figure out what the note is wherever I'm playing it. Down here, it's F, that's F, and I play that shape. That would give me an F dominant 7 chord. Root 6 minor 7 may be one of the easiest bar chords we can play. If we want to play a G minor 7, I'd start on the 3rd fret and bar all the way across all 6 strings with my first finger. My 3rd finger, then I put out here on the 5th string on the 5th fret. And that's all there is to it. Strum all 6 strings, and that would be a G minor 7 because that note is G. I can move that exact same shape up to here, and it's an A minor 7 because my root note moves. Wherever I put that note, that names the chord. Now, the only thing tricky about this chord is making sure you have all of those other notes held down with your first finger. That seems easy, but sometimes it's harder to get those all to ring out. So you just have to do a little experimenting and maybe roll that finger over a little bit this way, maybe move it further up, move it further down, whatever it takes to get in the right spot where you don't have like strings, like going through in the crack of your finger or something. You want to keep the strings all ringing out as you play through this chord. And if you can get them to all ring out, it's an awesome sounding minor 7th chord.